guys, 20% of the grade is not an easy thing to take it. So studying and participating in the class is the same. Studying for the quarter exam and solving the quarter exam is the same as participating in class. Just opening the camera, be with me, ask questions, answer questions, and that's it. All of you, guys, one, you will not open the camera when I ask for this. I will take it into consideration. I can see the recording again, see who is not opening the camera. He will take a low mark in the participating, that it will be, let's say, 10 or 8 or 7, or let's say 0 if he is not opening almost the camera and he's not also participating with me. So please, it's an easy thing. It's more than easy. Please just open the camera. That's it. Open the camera. Be with me. Open the mic when I ask any question and answer any question you have. Nice to see you, Majdi and Faris. Thank you. Abdurrahman, where are you? Ayad, Faisal. Faisal, you start doing the project now. Do not do
Yes,
it
sir.
now. No, no. Open the camera. Do not do the project now. Nice to see you, Kareem.
Okay, mister.
Okay, Riyadh, where are you, Riyadh? Hurry up. Okay, great. So, guys, do not forget that on Wednesday you will have the make-up exam in physics. So that I advise you all, those who want to increase or boost their marks up, they can do the exam anyway. So I advise you all to do it. I will post it for all of you. Those who will enter the meeting on Teams, their marks will be considered. Okay, so all of you try to do the exam. It's a push up for you. Up to 70% of the exam is the same as the previous one. Some small things are modified, so please do it. You can take full marks because it's an easy exam, just, and it's without any mistake. It's all you will see all the graphs. You will see all thing, everything is clear in the exam now on Wednesday. So please do it. And those who have a submission fail or were absent last time, so please do it, and you will take a full mark. Okay, so now I will share my screen. Thank you for opening the cameras. I will see later. It's not opening.
So do we
What?
have to open the camera?
Yes, you have to. Please.
I close it now, mister.
No, no, no. When I tell you to close it, so you will close it. Now keep it on, please. All of you, open your camera. Suppose you are in the class, you cannot hide yourself. Okay? I will see you anytime. So it's the same as if you are in the class. Okay, so let me share my screen and start. So guys, it's economic activities in a changing world. We already know what is the here, how to identify how economic activity is measured, and we know, we described earlier. We described, or we talked about GDP, unemployment rate of inflation, and national debt. We will talk about rate of inflation and national debt today, but we are done with the GDP and with the unemployment rate. So Here we have some indicators that we already know about them. The GDP, we know the gross domestic product, we know the standard of living, and whether the one is living on a proper way or not. We know the unemployment rate, and now we want to talk about the inflation rate and the national debt. Okay, so here, guys, what is the who can tell me anything about the inflation from this picture, guys? What you can tell me about the inflation? What is inflation? You are with me, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
Mr.
Okay, it's a new word, guys. It's a new word that you will learn about today. Inflation. It's a simple thing that here when the prices of the goods and services increase in a country, what will happen to the income or the salary that a person take?
Grade.
Excellent. It will decrease. So here, guys, inflation is the process when the prices of any item that I am buying, let's say, but in general, the prices in general in the whole country will increase a lot. So when the prices increase a lot, what will happen to the income? So if I'm, let's say, per month I'm earning, let's say, or my salary is $1,000, but in this case my income can get for me 100 items. So what about if the prices of these items increase? Instead of 100 item, I will get, for example, 75 items. So my ability, or my buying power will decrease, so that the income will decrease. Okay, as the prices increase, the income will decrease. So this is an inversely proportional relation between prices and income. So this is what do we call it? Inflation. What is the rate of inflation? Inflation is a general increase in the cost. So what is the cost of anything? The cost, the money that I put in order to manufacture anything. When the cost of a good or a service increase, so my buying ability, or my buying power will decrease. The ability of me to buy items will decrease a lot. Okay, so this is what do we call it by rate of inflation. You get it? What is inflation, guys? Guys,
Yes, yes, Mr.
okay. So now we know what is inflation is when the prices of some items increases a lot, or the prices in the whole country increases a lot, so that the salary or the income of a person will decrease. So there is a causes for inflation. What are the causes of inflation? Who can tell me? First of all, the first cause of inflation is the war. You know, every country that there is a war on it, the prices of the items will increases a lot. Why will increases a lot? Because the government will stop putting money on these items, let's say on wheat, or on flour, or on fuel. They start putting money, transfer their resources, their money, their labor, everything, every resource, they transfer it to what? To war effort. So they start putting money on army in order to win the war. So this will cause an increase in the prices, so leads to inflation. So the war is a main cause of inflation, guys. When we say a war, so that we can say that that inflation will happen or will occur. Another time, the increase of the cost of raw materials. Let's say if the price of fuel increases a lot, so the cost of the item, so the business, the organization, one manufacturing the item, or one manufacturing the product, so what will happen to the organization? It will increase the price of this item, because the cost will increase. The organization will not put this money from its own. It will put an extra fees on the, or an extra money on the cost of this, on the price of this item. Okay, so when the cost of the raw materials increase, so it's a cause of inflation. And finally here, guys, another cause of inflation is when government allows too much money to circulate the economy. So when there is too much money, you all know, guys, that every country relates its money, okay, to what? To US dollar. You know that, for example, for every $1 there is a 3.65 real, let's say. Okay, so here in this case, when there is so much real are circulating in the economy, this will cause inflation. So because the government can copy money and distribute for the programs it have. You know that the government will cover the programs of education, the programs of security. You know that the government will pay money for the army. So from where the government will get this money, we will see. Okay, so these are the causes of inflation. Then it's clear now what is inflation and what is the causes of inflation, guys, before I continue. Guys, it's clear what is inflation and what is the,
Yes, yes, yes.
what are the causes of inflation. Okay, thank you, Karim and Hadi. By the way, uh, you are great, and I will put it here as a note because you are still opening the camera. It's a plus for you guys. Thank you. And see now the cameras will rapidly open. Okay, Faris, thank you also. So it's a plus for Karim, Hadi, and Faris. Okay, Karim, Hadi, and Faris. Okay, and it's a minus for the rest on participating, 20% of the grade. Guys, I'm not kidding, okay? You must respect me in order to give you marks. Thank you, Abdulrahman. Let's continue now. So, one we are done now with the inflation, there will be an opposite thing that we call it deflation. It's the opposite of inflation. If inflation is increasing a lot on the prices of items, or increasing a lot of the prices of anything we want to buy or any service we want to take, okay, so deflation will be the inverse of it. So what will be deflation, guys? Deflation is a general decrease in the cost. So when there is a decrease in the cost, so the organization will decrease, of course, what will decrease? The prices of these goods and services. Okay, when an economy produces more goods than people want, it has to lower prices and cut production. So
Mister,
deflation, what?
can I rejoin because I can't see your screen.
Yes, you can go, you can leave the meeting and rejoin. Yes. So you know, guys, what is the deflation? You all cannot see my screen, or just
Me too.
you can see my screen, guys?
Yeah, I see it.
So the one
Mister, I
that,
cannot see it.
okay, so you can leave and rejoin. I will wait for you for 1 minute, okay? So guys, when we talk about inflation, it's an increase in the prices of some items or of the items that I want to buy, and the deflation is the decrease in the cost, so the decrease in the price. So why this decrease happen, guys? When the cost of raw materials decreases a lot, you all know that in USA previously the price of one tank of a fuel reaches a $0, guys, because of what? You all know the pandemic of COVID-19. We all know that COVID-19 attacks the world, so that it the supply and the demand of fuel, okay, you all know that the demand stop of the fuel, so that when the demand stop, what will happen to the fuel? That the price of the fuel will decrease a lot, because no one needs no more the fuel, because no factories are manufacturing, because everyone is sitting at home, no cars are using the fuel, that's it. So the price of this fuel decreases a lot. So this is what we call it by deflation. Okay, so when there is a decrease in the price of some items, it's an advantage or a disadvantage of an economy, guys? Please, I want.
Disadvantage.
It's a what?
Disadvantage.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's Walid is talking.
Yes, yes.
So open your camera, Walid, so that I can see you. So when I'm talking about deflation, so that the prices is decreasing, all of you will say if the prices are decreasing, so it's an advantage of an economy, right? But no, as Walid told us that it's a disadvantage. Deflation is not an advantage of economy, because when the prices decreases a lot, okay, to reach, sometimes it will reach $0 for an item. So it's a problem. It's a huge problem. Why? Because suppose Karim have an organization. Uh, let's say organization KFC. Karim likes KFC. So if Karim wants to produce, let's say, chicken and sell them to the whole world. So if the price of chicken lowered to approximately $1 per one chicken, so Karim's ability or Karim's money will be less, will be lower and will be less. So
But
Karim is obliged to do what? To start cutting
I,
from the salaries of his workers. So it's not a good thing to see that the prices in some
Mister,
country is decreasing a lot. What?
But
but
of course,
Mister,
nobody will nobody will sell and he's losing. So when he want to sell chicken with one chicken with $1, so the chicken should cost him, let's say, $0.5 or $0.75.
Of course, yes, you are getting the point, Hadi. But suppose he is buying, he is suppose he is putting money. Let's say, uh, okay, I will tell you something. If the price of one chicken is $1, so everyone can buy it, but later on, okay, later on, when the demand and supply decreases a lot, when the demand decreases a lot, no one needs the chicken no more. So what will happen to Karim? He will not sell anymore the chicken, even though it's of low price. No one needs this item. Okay, Hadi, if no one needs this item, so what will happen to the chicken? Even though if they are having a low price, okay, even though if they have low price, he will not, sorry, sell any of this chicken. So the workers in Karim's company will what? Will even they will Karim will cut from their salary. So that when he cuts from their salary, they will not no more can buy another items, because and every worker is also a consumer. So when Karim or anyone or any entrepreneur cut from the salary of his workers, okay, so that they cannot do anything no more. Guys, in Europe, I will give you an example and it will be more than clear. In Europe, in order to get a pen, let's say, you must pay $5. And in some countries, let's say on Africa, okay, you can buy a pencil for half dollar, let's say. But when you are comparing the salaries between Europe and Africa, you can say, or in Dubai, let's say, you can say that the salary of a person in France is 5,000 euros, but the salary of a person on Africa, okay, on Ghana, let's say, is $100 per year. So the ability of this man, even though if the pen is of low price, but we cannot buy it, because he cannot the buying ability is so low. While in France, even though the pen is of $5, but he can buy it. You know the
In Europe,
relation, guys, between the two? Yes, Karim.
you said in Europe or where? I think my headphone is lagged.
Yes, in Europe, even though in Europe, if the pen is cost me $5 to buy it, but I have $5,000 per month that I'm earned as a salary, so I can buy this. Okay, but in Africa, even though it's for $1, but I can't buy it because my buying ability is so low. Because
Mr.
Mister.
you get it, what, Hadi?
Mister.
Like some countries like Europe, you mean?
Yes, some countries in Europe, I mean, some countries in France and yes, they are Europe. It's not a country. I'm saying France, Germany, and so on. Okay,
Mister,
you are following me on the word, Karim. No problem. Okay,
Mis-
yes,
Mister, if the
yes,
price decreases and
yes.
it will be good, Mister, because all the people will come and buy from him, not
Yes, if
from.
the price decreases and there is a salary that there is a buying power, so I can buy this. But if there is no buying power, because when the prices decreases a lot, Karim Karim will cut from the salaries of his workers, so they cannot buy it, even though if it is of a low price, even though if the chicken is for $1. Okay, but the person that he is working in Karim's company, in the whole month he will give him $30, so he can't buy everything he wants. Okay, you get it?
Yes,
Even though the price decreases a lot in the demand, when we are talking about demand, even though the prices decreases a lot, but you will not say that it's a good thing, because it's a cycle, so that when the prices decreases a lot, I'm saying a lot, it's not about decreasing when there is a Black Friday or when there is some sales. Okay, I'm talking about when it is a decreasing, so that it will reach sometimes $0. As I told you about the fuel in USA, it reached $0, so that they will give you the product without any money. Okay, so let me continue now here. So this is the deflation here. Another time, this is the cycle that will be clear for you here. When falling price, it will discourage spending. No one can spend more money. Okay, he will not spend more money to get the items. By little money, he will get anything that he wants. Okay, so when the prices will fall, okay, this will discourage spending, so the companies will cut costs. So the companies, when it will cut costs in order to decrease the prices of the items, so it also the workers earn will be less. The Karim will cut from the salaries of his workers. So one, the workers, that you all know that the workers are also consumers. So the workers on Karim's company are consumers on another organizations. So when the workers earn less, the consumer will spend the consumer spending will fall also. So they will spend less. That's it. This is the deflation
Mister.
cycle. What?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, hurry up.
Mister, I have a question.
Yes, ask.
Mister, so let's say, let's take an example from my imagination. Let's say that Saudi Arabia, its income, like for the business income, is so low, and the workers' income is so low also, and the price of the products are low, so everyone can live at this point.
You are talking about low and not very, very low. We are talking about some items reach $0, so that the companies
Ah,
will not pay for their workers. We are not talking about the difference between Dubai, let's say, and KSA. Yes, in KSA, the prices is lower than in Dubai. Yes, you are right. And this is a good thing. It's not this is not a deflation. In KSA, there is no deflation. You get it? In KSA, it's a proper way of, it's a good economy that they are regulating between, they are working in a good way, in a proper way, so that they are balancing between the price, the cost, and the profit. So they are great. But I am talking about when the COVID-19 attacks the world, so the prices reaches zero, guys. So the price reaches zero, there is no more profit. So the companies will not pay for their, will not pay money for their workers. So their ability will be zero. Their ability of buying will be zero. They will not have a cycle of buying. So they will not buy anything anymore. They will not buy clothes. They will not go picnics. They will not go anywhere. Okay, you get it, guys?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now national debit. What's the meaning of national debit? If Kareem have 5 workers, let's say, and these workers are getting a salary, okay, we can say that the salary of this man is, let's say, $1,000. So if I'm talking about an individual, about a person, we can say that the salary of this person is, let's say, $5,000. But what if I'm talking about the government? So the government, when the government wants to put money to get money and put it on its programs, you know, the programs of government. The defense, it's about the army, so that the army will take money instead of protecting the citizens. Of course, and education. You all know there is some governmental schools that are for free, so that the government will put money for education. And also security, the social security, like the police, like the security that sometimes the government will pay for them in order to protect the citizens in that country. So this is what we call it, the national debit. The national debit is the money that the government will take in order to spend on its daily life. So this is from where the government will get the money, guys, in order to spend it. From the citizens, from the people of living in this country. Of course, they will not get it from another countries. If first of all they will put taxes on the people that are living in the country, so collecting these taxes, and later on they will give the money for the army, for the teachers that are teaching in the schools of the government, and for the police, and so on. Okay, so this is what do we call it, by the national debit. You know now what is the national debit, guys?
I think so. I remember it's national debt.
Debt is the same. Okay, it's about, just let me check something. Okay, uh, this is the last thing that I want you to know about national debt or debit. So here, when the government spends more on programs than it collects, so sometimes, let's say in Lebanon, because of some problems that they face, so they spend money more than they collect. So when they spend money more than they collect, so there is a budget deficit. We call it a budget deficit. Okay, the budget deficit is when you earn, let's say, $1,000 per month, and you are spending $1,300. So there is a $300 that you must borrow in order to continue your month. So here the same concept as to the government. When they spend more than they earn or more than they collect, there is a budget deficit. So the government sometimes will borrow money from public, from banks. There is banks there is some
Sir,
banks in the country that will give money for the government in order to spend them on its programs. So borrowing, the government will borrow money from the banks, from the public, from other countries. Let's say sometimes Lebanon is borrowing money from KSA, from Kuwait, from some countries, from France also, so that they can get money and later on will return this money for the countries they are borrowing them. So this is what we call national debt. What?
There's 5 minutes left, so we need to do the assignment.
Yes, the assignment is so easy. It will take 1 minute. Let's finish here, guys, with the last thing that I want you to know is the national here. When there is a plus in money, sometimes, let's say in KSA, for example, they are collecting taxes. They are collecting taxes and they are selling, let's say, fuel to another countries. So they are earning so much money. So there is a budget surplus and not a budget deficit. Okay, so the government can do what? Can cut some taxes on its citizens, and you know that in KSA sometimes in KSA they cut some taxes, they reduce debit or increase spending for certain programs, so that because of they have a budget surplus, so they can put money, they can invest money in, let's say, in sports and education, more money in education, and sometimes helping other countries. Okay, like what KSA is doing in the last years. Okay, guys, this is what I want you to know about national debt. Our new lesson next time will be about the business cycle. So be prepared about the business cycle for the next time, guys. Now I will show you the assignment. It's more than easy. Do not submit anyway. Just this is the assignment. I want to assign it. Just give me 1 minute. So, guys, did you see the assignment?
No.
No.
Okay, it's in front of you guys. Please do not submit anyway. All of you open your cameras while solving. Okay. If you need any help, tell me. It's please try to take full mark. Hurry up. Abdurrahman, why I can't see you? Faris, all of you guys.
Mister, can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Faris.
I can't open the cam while I'm doing the
Okay,
assignment.
so solve, yes, solve. So do not submit anyway. If you need any help, tell me. Okay?
Mr. Me
Inflation.
too. While I'm solving, I cannot open the camera. Okay.
Okay, no problem. Solve now.
Sir,
What?
I have the total amount of money a government owns. It is its national debt.
Okay, so what? The total amount of money that the government owns. What do we call it? I told you that like the one that is working on Karim's company or organization takes its salary. According to the government, the total amount we will call it national debt. That's it.
Okay. So I got how much, Mister?
I cannot know. Now I will see later. So guys, thank you for joining the class. You are
Bye.
great. Thank you, Faris, Muhammad, Hadi, Karim, for opening the cameras. You are great. You will take plus, okay? And those who are not opening the camera and not also participating in class, they will take a low grade in participating.
So I
So
can leave.
yes, you can leave. Have a nice day. You are great. Please try all of you guys to
Mr. Bye and thank you.
welcome. Try all of you to be ready for the exam, for the physics exam, and have a nice day, guys. If you need any help in physics, also please contact me.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Bye.
Bye bye.